Hello, my name is Hibari, Yagyu, and Momo's partner in Sinnership. Both of them are here to talk about upcoming channel updates, so please listen and enjoy the video.
Hello everyone. Alright, we're gonna have to talk now because I've been mulling over this since like maybe March, April, even May time. It's just been every single month I've been asking myself, do I belong in Freedom Wars? Do I want to play Freedom Wars in its current state? And unfortunately, as of, like a couple days ago, I came to the answer of no. Freedom Wars just feels stale right now. It feels like the game has changed too much for me to enjoy it. So now I'm having to... I have to regretfully stop playing the game because I can't enjoy it. The ranked mode makes it very unenjoyable for me. And the casual mode, I appreciate the community trying to get casual going, but when casual turns into ranked, it's not fun. And most of the players that want to play don't want to play ranked. They just want to play, fight with phalanxes or something, I don't know. They want to play their way. They don't want to fight eagles, pole arms, AWs, or any of the like. And I know what's coming. People are going to say, oh, you just want every weapon banned, don't you? No, I don't. And I appreciate the community banning AR because it would have caused a lot of issues on the PC side. But I just can't enjoy the game. And quite frankly, I'm having to sunset my experience here indefinitely because I don't know if I'll ever come back. I'm quite frankly ready to move on in some degree. I've made a career out of this, and I'd rather advance my career and be happy, and I'm pretty sure you guys would rather that instead of me just sitting there, fighting with Freedom Wars, trying to figure out how to have fun again. Like, if I want to come back, the space is there for me, but there's other creators that can take over from me, and I'm just one figment of the community. And honestly, I don't know if I'll come back due to all the problems that Momo is going to talk about shortly, because it's been drawing on my mind this whole time that I can't continue in good faith to, I guess in a sense, pretend to like the game now, because I've had my fun moments. I'm not even going to deny there's been moments I've well and truly enjoyed, but there's also been moments that it just hurts me. It doesn't feel like Freedom Wars that I played on the Vita or back in the days, the game I enjoyed, not this mess that I feel is a mess personally. I'm sorry if this offends anyone. I don't mean to. I'm not going to mention any names apart from one name, and I'm mentioning them on a positive note because they did truly help out with me, in a sense, going over to the PlayStation version of the game. So I'm going to hand it over to Momo, and thanks for listening, and we'll sum up when she's done. Hello everyone. So thanks Yagyu for handing it over to me. Let's talk about the some of the problems here in depth. Sorry. Sorry about my pronunciation of things. So number one, let's address the polearm. The polearm has a iframe move that if you press a button, like you hold it down for like a little microsecond, and then you let go, it will essentially do this like little dash move that will give the person like an insane amount of iframes. That just makes it really unfun to fight against unless you're using a polearm yourself of the similar quality. Now let me make it clear, only 2 polearms have this quality, which are the Hyuga polearm and the Gracian. The other polearms do not have this. There's also, on every polearm, the spear spam, which is very cheap to spam, especially considering the amount of pads there are to, you know, get a bar from. But that, I don't, like, it's bad, but at least I can fight back. Like a mine can blow that person up if they go on it. Or, you know, a teammate can shoot them off you. But the iframe move, which isn't on any other melee by the way, no other melee has this. No other weapon in this game has this. It just causes so many problems. You can't fight it, the person can get away, they should totally be dead, but yet they get away. It's not fair. And, well, reason number 2 is the eagle. The eagle, dodging it is a nightmare. Like, there's the evasion augment that feels completely useless. I don't even know what that's meant to do. It says it gives you more iframes, as far as I'm aware. But it doesn't. It doesn't seem to do anything. It's basically a waste of time, and, well, what can I do about it? There's nothing that it really does to help me get out of an eagle blast. Because usually, any eagle player will just sit there and wait for you to, you know, come out of your iframe from your roll. And then they'll just blast you again. And then they'll keep doing that repeatedly until you die. So you've got no way of getting out. And at that point, I literally just stand there and accept my fate. Because it's just not fair and fun to me. I'm not gonna sit there and, you know, try and fight back. There's no point. The third problem, which is less of an issue now, is the AAW. The AAW had a massive damage and blast radius. Like, it had massive damage and a blast radius when it, you know, like up to about version 1.07, I believe, was when it was nerfed. And it was so oppressive. It was too easy to hit the shot. There was no punishment for missing a shot. Because, face it, they miss a shot, they just foreign out because of foreign cancellation. And they basically don't have any consequence to suffer unless they're surrounded. And usually what happens is they will surround you. So, there's a clip. I'm not going to play it here because I don't want to, you know, like, my policy is not to call players out. But there was a clip back on one of my streams. If you look back at April the 11th, I believe it was, that stream, right at the end in the desert, there was 2 AAWs on me. I literally just stood there because I couldn't do anything. I was just dead. The blast radius is too much. Even if I foreign, I would have got blown up. And if I just try to fight back, I would have died anyway, so it's kind of pointless. And then, like, these are, you know, PlayStation version only problems. Those were all version problems. So on the PlayStation side, the problem I had, one of them, was the AR. The AR is unbanned on that version, and the minute you get shot by it, you just get stunned every single time. Stagger, 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 all the time. So, you know what? Like, if you were watching, I don't know if it was being streamed, but the other day, I was playing, I just stood there because when I get shot with the AR, there's no point fighting back like the Eagle. you're just gonna get staggered again. So it's kind of pointless unless you're using the weapon. You might as well just give up. And well, the second thing is the well, Hannah, like, that's the only person I'm gonna mention in this. Hannah told us in the Discord about the input delay in the you know, in the PlayStation version of the game. And honestly, I can feel it on the lock-on. The lock-on doesn't work correctly. Like on PC, when you use the lock-on, it actually works correctly. Like, it will lock on straight away the minute you press the button. But when you press it in the PlayStation version, you have to press it like 6 or 7 times. And even then, it'll probably just lock on to the wrong person anyway. It's so frustrating, because then by that point, you've already been eagled and shot to death. So, what are you supposed to do? People will say, oh, just get good without the aim, you know, without the lock-on. But for me, the lock-on's an essential way I play the game, whether you like it or not. So, it makes the game more boring for me that the lock-on doesn't work correctly on that version. And then on the PC side, keyboard and mouse is a major issue for me. I play on controller, so yeah, we do get aim assist, we do get help, and the keyboard and mouse does need a bit of help to aim as well. But the problem is once someone gets used to it, they're better than the controller player. There's nothing you can do. You're not able to fight back. You're just dead. Especially if they're using an eagle, or a polearm, or an AAW. You just can't win. And God forbid if AR is unbanned on PC. Thankfully the PC players all, you know, promise to soft ban the weapon, which I really appreciate the community for doing. I know that sucks for some people, but honestly, if the AR was running rampant, it would be the only weapon in the game. So thankfully that's banned. But besides all that, I can't play anymore. It's not fun. I'm tired of the meta. The only way you can play the game is, you know, play the meta, or otherwise you don't play at all. And that just kills the fun for me. So I'm not gonna sit there and comply to the meta, because I don't want to. That's just how it is. If people don't like that, then I'm sorry, but I refuse to play the meta weapons. I feel like they ruin the game for people, and I don't want to be responsible for that. And also, it's not fun for me anyway, so what's the point? I'm gonna hand it back to Yagyu now, so thanks for listening, and sorry for the run. Bye, see you in the next stream. Welcome back. Thanks, Momo, for the summary. She summed it up better than I could do. I'm doing this off the script. There's no script at all. I got a future for games that I want to play, and I hope people will stick around. And I'm not saying Freedom Wars is completely dead. It's just, for now, I'm on indefinite leave. I don't know if I'll come back. If I do come back, it might be just for, you know, co-op, or, you know, just to do challenge runs. Or maybe I do go back to PvP and I found a way to have fun again. But right now, it's just not fun to me anymore. I'm going to show you a montage now of the games that I have planned to play on the channel. These are not all the games I'll play. I'll obviously continue as we've been going, but Freedom Wars just won't be the focus anymore. These are going to be the focus games. So here you go. thanks for watching that montage, and thanks for listening to this ramble. I'm sorry it's being very long. I just had to get this off my chest, and I feel like I had to have a grown-up discussion, and I hope it continues on Twitter and, you know, on here on YouTube in this video, that people have a grown-up discussion with me about this, you know, situation. And feel free to talk about it in the comments. Just, if it starts getting too rowdy and violent, I might have to delete some comments, because I'm not going to tolerate nasty behavior, especially towards me or other people, because people have their own, you know, opinions of things, and it's just how it is, if you like it or not. So let's wrap this up, and I'll see you in the future. We got the stream coming up, so please check it out. Bye.